You know, I'm not sure that DePaul's climate is comfortable with 3 men sitting this close together. So if I'm a hate crime,
I actually think it is. Just saying.
Oh, good. Well, now we have different perspectives all coming together on camera.
Wow.
Coming together.
A whole dozen. A whole dozen.
I like a baker's dozen.
You are. You're just that little extra. Right. You're just that little
One that
extra.
you need to add.
You're just that little extra.
Extra cream fill.
Your bang, oh my god.
But that's my bad side.
Well, this is my bang side.
But your bang is cute. My name is Kylon, and my major is psychology with a concentration in community psych.
And my name is Zach. I am a women and gender studies major.
And my name is John, and I have a double major in philosophy and African and Black diaspora studies.
I'm originally from Nashville, so when I came to DePaul a few years ago, it kind of just exploded. And it was kind of like, oh, I can act like this, I can do that. And there were a lot of repercussions, unfortunately. I feel like I'm the one out of all my friends that has the most like hate incidents and has the most harassment all the time. And a lot of that is how I guess I personify myself is through like, my activism and my work.
So I think that's interesting. Like I haven't had any instances of hate on campus. I have seen some looks to which I just look back, like, and what?
I like whistling back.
I do wear my nice little lady Uggs up on campus.
Okay, those are not lady Uggs.
They're so lady Uggs.
Mine go hiking up the mountain.
No, mine are the girl ones. The girl
ones?
The girl version of mine come all the way up to here, and they have the short ones like mine. Yes, they do. That's how I found out.
Did you get
about
a new pair?
Those boots? No, that's how I found out about them. My friend Amber had them, and I'm like, those are fierce, girl. They're sick. I'm about to get a pair.
No, but Kylon does wear his capris.
I think one thing that I see from the community on DePaul and just in the larger LGBTQ community is that there is a hesitancy to use the word faggot because it's seen as, you know, the language of the oppressor. It's seen as demonizing and stigmatized. You know, when you go out to Boys Town, specifically in Chicago, is that the word is used a lot, and there's a lot of boy on boy or boy on everyone hate going. So I think until that hatred is gone, and until we can learn to love one another and learn to not be so catty, which believe me, we all need to work on. Until we get to that point, then I think we need to be using that word until we can just eradicate it entirely.
I appreciate your candor with that, Jonathan, but I do have to say, I own my faggotry. I'm a big old faggot. I will take that word coming at me from one of my sisters. I will take it coming at me from a straight boy. Since I own my faggotry,
You even have your shirt.
if my sisters call me that, I can kiki with my sisters and we can yuck it up. If a straight boy calls me that, I am coming for that ass. There is nothing sexier or more enticing or desirable than a gay man who knows that he loves other gay men, and owning that part of our femininity that makes us gay men, right? So for me, like, I own my faggothood, my faggotry, my faggotness, and if somebody wants to use that word in a derogatory way for me or towards me, that's fine, but then they also need to realize that that type of action has repercussions, and it has happened to me in the past. And the thing that happens when I get verbally bashed, I bash back.
Yeah, like when the only time I feel like I ever switch, what is that called? No.
Oh, I thought you meant switch up in your hips.
No.
I was like,
right, because that happens all the time.
No, but it's when I go to the gym, and I'm like really into like going and working out and like being healthy and active, or healthy and active. And when I go there, like last night, like I'm always very like, I'm in the weight room and I'm always scared that someone's gonna talk to me. And when I walk around, I have to make sure my music's not too loud so nobody can hear like the Britney Spears
or the Kylie Minogue.
Like, no, really Kylie Minogue. It's really Kylie. I love you. But like, and when I see it, when people ask me to spot them, then I like see my body in the mirror changing completely, and it went from me like lifting weights like all up here to me being like, oh yeah, and all of a sudden my voice hits this new bass. Like I'm like, fucking never mind. And it's just like, oh yeah, you gotta make sure your muscles are flexing the right way, you're not swishing when you walk away. And so this is time I see myself like switching it up. But then even then, if I run into one of my sisters in the gym, you see me like whip off my earphones like, girl, what's going on? All the boys like, and then you see like the whole climate of the weight room just changes. Yeah. And I have to start fearing for myself. And that's a lot like with like 50 Faggots, the whole how gay do you want to be today? When I heard that, I realized I've been asking myself that my whole life. And a lot of that had to do with safety. And like, how do I want to dress today? Or how do I want to act today in comparison of how safe do I want to be today? Because I lived in an environment where I knew people that got bashed, and I know certain stories of people being killed. Here, I have to be really cognizant of, ooh, should I wear that deep V when I walk down Sheridan and Toohey? Because someone may really want to hurt me over that. So thinking of my gayness is about my safety.
So
where are we, you guys?
This is the Schmidt Academic Center on campus, otherwise known as the SAC. Actually, yesterday we were having a good laugh because Women's of Gender Studies moved over here to the 5th floor, and so now we find it kind of ironic that WGS is now on the 5th floor of the SAC. Just saying.
Well, it's like a good old STD right there.
Right.
With her slow ass.
John,
just saying.
John, a little fun fact, John knows every reflection in the school, so he can always look at his hair at all times. So he'd like run from class and switch you in here. What I want to do after this...
Why did you choose women in gender
Why did I choose women? Because it gave language to my anger, to put it pretty bluntly. I remember I was a first-year student. I was in this Women in Chicago theater class, and I remember my teacher, professor, was like, race, sex, gender, and sexuality, how are these different? And it was like, gender is what you do, sex is who you do, and blah, 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 blah. And it really just like struck this chord with me that, yeah, I may identify as like this male, and this whole ideas of what being a man was never really resonated with me. And then hearing this, that gender is fluid and we can perform, if I want to identify as a woman, I mean I can, whether there's validity to that, it's different. And I think that's where faggotry comes from, or being a faggot, is that I'm really effeminate. So gender let me know it's okay that you are effeminate and a man. You are normal, which I hate that word, but you are a healthy person in society, even though you do prance about and will wear heels in the appropriate settings.
One thing I would like to see out of specifically gay male communities, because that's what I'm a part of, is that I would like to see an ownership over our privileges as well as our oppressions, because I don't want to see everyone going, well, oh, I'm gay and I'm oppressed in my homosexuality, so I'm like you. We have similarities and we have differences among all of us, but I personally am getting fed up with people like, oh, well, I'm gay, I know all about oppression, because I may have the same identities as someone sitting right next to me, but our experiences in that are very different, and it is the experiences that really are going to shape and define how that oppression looks or how that privilege looks.
See, that's what's interesting, is because I actually identify myself, the word faggot, when we talk about the word faggot, with a faggot as not being a victim. Mm-hmm. Like, right. I think someone who says I'm a faggot is someone's like, I own every piece of myself that can make me a target or not, and I'm not a victim, and I'm proud and I'm out, and like, fuck with me, you know what I mean? It is sort of that, like, it challenges, you know.
And I understand your definition of faggot only because, for me, I feel only because I hate to sound like Destiny's Child, but I'm a survivor. Like, and I mean that in the sense that I am strong.
I say the word faggot a lot, sometimes in inappropriate settings.
Own it.
I do, right. As Angela Davis said, live in the contradiction.
Right.
But what I always like to, when I use this word, I always want people to really step back and kind of assess, why is this giving them this nasty feeling inside? Like, why are you reacting so against me using that? And I think that's why it's such a powerful word, because it makes people aware of something they weren't probably aware of, and it makes them kind of battle with that. Like, why am I reacting so bad to this word faggot?
Shout out to 50 Faggots, we love you.